Good morning, Trailblazers. And welcome to the Success Cloud Keynote. And I want to welcome today a very special person new to our Ohana, and that's Blaze. Blaze, the wolf. Yeah. She is the trusted advisor and guide to all our customers, and her mission really is to inspire all of you to really achieve greatness. So first, by the way, thank you, all of you, for being here early to help us kick off day 3 of Dreamforce. I know last night was a very long night, so I am very impressed that you're all here. So thank you very much for that. So I am Maria Martinez, and I have the distinct pleasure to lead the customer success efforts at Salesforce for the last 8 years. And it's been a lot of fun, certainly my dream job. But I'm really excited today to be able to tell you all about the Success Cloud, because I'm sure that when you come to Dreamforce, you get inspired by the success stories that you see, and you're wondering, okay, how can I do that? Right? How can I do that for myself, for my company? And that's what this morning is all about, to tell you about the how you can achieve success. But before we get started, let me just start with a reminder that we may be talking about some forward-looking statements, and we want to make sure that you please just make your purchase decisions just based on products and services that exist today. So let me get started with the most important thing that I'm going to do this morning, and that is to thank you all our customers. We really appreciate your business, the trust that you put in us, everything that we learn from you, and clearly our success is your success. So thank you. Yeah. And I want to actually take a minute to acknowledge a very special group that is here with us today, and that is our COA Customer Club, which is all our customers that have been with us, and they're all right here. We have over 9,000 customers that have been with us. Thank you so much for your loyalty. And also a very special thank you and recognition to our partner ecosystem. The partners work with you and with us hand to hand, day to day, and we together deliver customer success. We couldn't do it without our partners. So a big thank you to our entire partner community. So at Salesforce, you know that we pioneer the cloud, but we also pioneer customer success as a function when no other company had done it, because we believe it's an integral part of the software as a service model. As a matter of fact, we put the first customer success manager on the planet. Guess who was our first customer success manager? Anybody? Mark. He was our first customer success manager. I remember my first Dreamforce when I had a customer come to me and tell me that Mark was his first CSM. But since then, we've been committed to innovate around customer success as much as we innovate about all our products. And we have a great history of innovation and are committed to doing that, all the way from working on introducing the concept of advisors to accelerators and many other offers that we have, and more recently, the integration of intelligence into everything that we can do so that we can provide you with great insights about what you're doing to make your business better. But also a very integral part of our history, as you know, is our 1-1-1 model. And I am very proud that all the customer success team is a big part of that effort at Salesforce. And in particular, I want to highlight that today, just this year, we've helped over 500 nonprofit organizations with our architects and our consultants to help them with their Salesforce implementations and their Salesforce transformation. So we're very, very proud of that. But this model became very personal to me very recently when the big hurricane, hit Puerto Rico. That was very personal to me because I have a lot of friends and family. I grew up there. I got, my engineering degree there, so I live a big part of my life in Puerto Rico. And it was really, really hard just not being able to reach family and friends. And even till today, more than half of the island does not have electricity or even access to water. So it was great to see the community at Salesforce, the employees and the team come together. We reached out to Mark. Mark agreed to do a big personal donation with Lynn, which we're very proud of. And together, we committed to raise $1 million. And we are very close to that. We're very close to that today. We're less than $100,000 away to reaching our goal. And today, you have the opportunity to help if you choose to do so. I know many of you have already done that, and thank you very much for that. But I also know that there's someone for which this situation in Puerto Rico is also very special, and that is Luis Fonsi. You may know Luis from his #1 song, Despacito. Hey. Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah, well, Luis, we're so proud. I mean, the song, as many of you know, Despacito, hit #1 song in the billboards and stayed there for 16 weeks, tying the record for the most ever songs in #1. We're very proud of you. We know you're an amazing, of course, hardcore Puerto Rican, but also an amazing singer and a humanitarian. So we're great to have you here. Tell us, Luis, what are you doing for Puerto Rico?
Well, first of all, good morning to everybody. Very happy to be here. You guys look great. Very honored to be invited here. Thank you for what everybody's doing. Like Maria said, I am from Puerto Rico. I'm a singer-songwriter. And, as a musician, as a communicator through music, it's so important to use my voice, not only to sing songs, but to help and to give back. And Puerto Rico right now is going through something they've never gone before. And like you said, I was just there last week. Most of the island still has no electricity. A lot of the island still has no running water. So there's a lot of work to do. But when we come together, we create great things. And I want to thank you for what you're doing. I hope we get to that million, and I hope we keep on doing great things for that beautiful little island, La Isla del Encanto, Puerto Rico.
Well, thank you, Luis.
Thank you. I'll see you guys in a bit.
Thank you. Thank you for using your platform, to do that. That's great. And we're going to have a chance to hear from Luis. I just wanted everyone to know that he's real and he's here. So you can stick around until the end. At the end, we're going to do a mini concert for Puerto Rico. So hope you stick around for that. Okay, so, customer success is a very important, core part, as I said earlier, about what we do. And we've spent a lot of time thinking about it, and today we want to tell you a little bit, how we think about it and what are we doing about that. But we know that every customer's journey is certainly unique. So part of what we do is really focus to try to understand what are you trying to do with the Salesforce platform. You may be trying just to solve a very specific problem, like I want to just run marketing campaigns with my customer base, or you may want to be able to just drive productivity or cost reductions. We certainly can help you with a lot of that. Things get a little bit more interesting and complicated when you start to get more ambitious with the kinds of things that you're trying to do. So, for example, let's say that you want to change your operating model. You want to change your go-to-market strategy, change some fundamental parts of your sales process, or you want to be able to really create some disruption in your marketplace and create a competitive gap. Or you want to really transform how you relate to your customers in a more digital way, integrating from marketing to sales to service and with a one single view of the customer. All of those things are the kinds of things that we can help you do. And that is why today we're introducing the Success Cloud. And the Success Cloud, there's a lot about the Success Cloud that is not new, okay? Because we've been working on this for 18 years, and we have had the pleasure to work with more than 100,000 customers and learn from all of you. But what is new is that we're packaging all of this together, and we have now put together a very unique approach, a blueprint about how to achieve customer success that we call Compass. We also are making our experts in the company available, experts not only in technology and architecture, but also in business processes and how you drive change and all that. So our experts, and also tying all that with your data and helping you leverage all that data that you have in the Salesforce platform to make sure that you can do a lot more exciting things with the platform. So that's the Success Cloud. Let me just tell you a little bit about Compass itself. And Compass really starts with really getting to know you very deeply so that we can align with you on what is your true north. What do you want to do? And Compass will be then the guide, for you to reach the summit that you're going after. But what's interesting, about Compass is that you're saying, well, why is, Salesforce coming up with this? Well, we're able to realize as we work with more and more customers that there were some interesting common characteristics and patterns that very successful companies had. So when we started to observe that, we started to put all that together into this blueprint, that is Compass. And as you can see in here, Compass is a lot more than just technology, right? It's about culture, it's about leadership. And it is about that when you really adopt the different principles in Compass, you're going to be able to have inspired teams, a company that has a culture of customer obsession, and you'll be able to drive accelerated execution of the goals that you want to do. And then, of course, alignment with your shared values so that you can make the right priorities and make the right decisions, for your company. So we are going to be telling you about Compass. We're going to be demonstrating that with 3 amazing customer stories. But before I do that, I want to bring another celebrity on stage to tell us about some really insights about customer success. Welcome our chairman, president, and COO, Keith Block. Hi, Keith. Yeah, well, Keith, I know that you've been traveling all over the world and you spend a lot of time with our customers. So what are you hearing from our customers?
Thanks, Maria. First, before I do that, let's hear from our customers. How about a great round of applause for our customers in the audience? And how about a great round of applause for Maria Martinez and her team?
Thank you.
And Blaze.
And Blaze,
and
yes.
Blaze. And how about Blaze?
Blaze.
Yes, so we both travel. We both get the opportunity to spend a lot of time with customers. And it's very, very interesting what's happened. Obviously, Salesforce has a very rich history of driving customer success. Customer success is, such a huge value for the company because, as Maria has very nicely said, we are nothing without the success of our customers, period, end of story. And I think everybody knows that, but it's our job to make sure that you really, really know that because we embrace it, we live it, we love it, and we have to build a culture of success for you. And that's very, very important to our business model and who we are as a company and our culture. But it's been very interesting, I would say, over the last 24 months to see people talk about this buzz phrase called digital transformation. And what does that mean? Now, if we go around the audience and say, what does digital transformation mean to everybody in this audience, we probably would get 25 or 30 different answers. Mm-hmm. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Actually, we would probably get that within our own organization, so it's all good. But this has been accelerated by the amazing technologies that we've seen explode in the marketplace of cloud, mobile, social, data science, IoT. Of course, we've been talking about that, but now artificial intelligence and Einstein. And so what does that mean? So it's very interesting, heartwarming, exciting to be living in these times. I think this is a positive opportunity for the world. It's a positive opportunity for our customers. And they want Salesforce, which is the best part of this. It's the most stimulating part. They want Salesforce to walk arm in arm with them down the path of this journey of digital transformation and to drive success. And we want to do that with every customer here, every customer who's online. And it's a very exciting time. And it's great to be with this audience who obviously is going to go through that journey with us.
Great, Keith. So why do you think the Success Cloud is so important for our customers?
I think it's, excuse me, I think it's very, very critical. So we pride ourselves on innovation. We are a company that is steeped in innovation. We have a long history. It's cellular for us. It's part of our DNA. And the Success Cloud is yet again another opportunity to drive a true north for our customers in terms of pointing the way forward, being a beacon of light, demonstrating for customers where they can expand their business models, where they can drive greater success for their customers. And this is just another great piece of innovation that can help bring that to light. So we're very, very excited about what you and your team have put together here.
Great. Thank you so much, Keith, for being here, for your leadership.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. So Keith, I hear that you want to come and sing and dance later with Fonzie on stage. Is that true? Yeah, okay, good. So you're gonna go get dressed and then come back. Okay, great. Great. Well, now I would like to bring someone else on stage that is a very important leader in our team that is going to tell us a little bit more about the how and why the Success Cloud is going to help you, and he's going to introduce some of our customer stories. Please welcome Jamie Domenici.
Thank you. Thank you, Maria. Round of applause for Maria, everybody. It's pretty awesome to work for such a strong female leader, so thank you, Maria. But before I came to work here at Salesforce, I was like many of you. I was a Salesforce admin. I came to Dreamforce. I remember watching all the incredible presentations and being like, wow, that's so inspiring. What an amazing speaker. What a great, customer. What an awesome demo. And then I remember thinking, like, how am I going to do that? How do I bring that back to my company? Have you ever felt that way? You shook your head. I think a little bit, right? Good news, you're in the right place. This is a cloud and a Keynote that is 100% dedicated to the how. So we're gonna tell you how to do it, how Salesforce can help you, and you're gonna hear from customers how they did it. Now, we have a lot of customers that we've worked with over the years, and you know what we've realized? Only you know where you are in the journey. Good news, guys. We got you no matter where you are. So some customers, they say, I want to do it myself. I personally worked with SMBs for a long time here, and that same admin is also the CEO. And they said, I got to get going fast. And for you, we have our always on resources. Trailhead, everybody should have heard about Trailhead by now, right? Yes, if not, you're totally at the wrong conference. All right, yes, we're in a trail. So Trailhead is about learning. It's available to everyone. You can get started today. So other customers, a lot of customers actually, they come to us and they say, I have bought the world's #1 CRM. Now, how do I roll it out? How do I drive adoption? How do I get everyone to use it, right? Well, with our adoption services, we can help you. We have experts who can answer any question that you have, and we have things like accelerators. Accelerators to me are like jetpacks. You want to build a report? We got a jetpack, strap it on, and we're going to get you there faster. Now, other customers, they come to us and they say, I want you to go on the journey with me. Do it with me, Salesforce. And for those customers, we have our advisory services, where we literally take our Salesforce experts, embed them into your company, and they can go on the journey with you. Now, I know you guys want to hear from me all day, but we're gonna bring up 3 customers who have gone on the journey, who have used these tools, and they're gonna tell you how they did it. And I'm really excited because our first customer is actually gonna co-present with me. So I'd like to welcome to the stage Senior CRM Analyst at Instructure, Miss Davina Hanchuk. Round of applause.
Hi, Dreamforce.
Yes.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi. Okay, so for those of you who don't know Davina, she is a CRM analyst. We know that at Instructure, which is an ed tech company,
yep.
Right? But she's a lot more. She is an MVP. She is, yes, where's your people? There we go.
Where's my MVP, Ohana?
She's an MVP. She's an awesome admin. She's a mom. She's a trailblazer. She's so many things. So we're so happy to have you here.
Thank you.
And a couple weeks ago, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, Mark did a tweet that said, Salesforce helped me because blank, right?
Yep.
Because of Salesforce, I blank. That's what it said.
Exactly.
And Davina, you wrote something pretty inspiring. Do you want to tell everybody how Salesforce has helped you?
I responded to that, and it was really cool because yesterday I was sitting in one of my sessions and I saw it on the screen, the response that I gave,
did?
which
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So, Salesforce really presented me with opportunity to blaze a trail to success that I never imagined would be possible. You know, when I first logged into Salesforce 10 years ago, for the very first time, I was a young single mom. I was struggling to get by on $12 an hour. Today, I have a really successful career at a really awesome tech company, and every single day, I get to do what I love and what I am passionate about, and it is just absolutely amazing, and I can't believe I'm on a keynote stage, so that's something I never thought
yes.
would be possible.
Yes, here you are. 5,000 of our closest friends.
This is great.
Well, oh, you know what? This is our stage. Let's use it. Come with me, Davina. Let's just say hello to everyone. So what I love about Davina's story is when she started out, you know, you were building reports and then you've evolved and now you're helping to make your company's business decisions, right? Sitting with your leaders. And the way that Davina did this is with our always on resources. And we talked a lot about Trailhead, but there's also our help portal. So literally, you can ask any question, get an answer. Like 45 million visitors are doing this every year. Another tool, and I want to remind you guys, this is available to everyone. Every company size, every industry, every company. These are ready to go for you. But there's also the Trailblazer communities. This is kind of one of my favorite secrets.
My favorite.
Right? And there's over 3 million people who are using the communities, who are asking questions. Here you can talk to a peer. You can talk to an expert. You can get access to other people who are doing the same thing. So I know you use these. Do you want to tell everybody how you use the communities, how it's helping you?
Yeah, so there's no way I would even be here today if it weren't for the Trailblazer community. When I first started 10 years ago, we didn't have Trailhead yet, which is an amazing resource today, but I leveraged the community to really get where I am today. I mean, there's amazing people there that freely give their time and their knowledge, and everybody there, it doesn't matter what your background is, what your skill level is, or your current job title, everybody's there to help each other out and help each other blaze trails to success. And you can find anything you need there to make a successful career in Salesforce. I mean, you can ask a question and within minutes, you'll have an answer to that question. There's resource groups. I leverage the update resources, like every update that Salesforce comes out with. There's webinars for that to keep you up to date on the latest and greatest in Salesforce. There's the admin community, the button click admin that I learned so much from. The podcast, the blog, all of it helped me customize my system with clicks and not code.
Yes.
So many resources. Everything you need is in that community.
It's like 3 million best friends ready to help you out, guys.
Yes.
Get in there.
We're serious about Ohana.
Yeah, very serious. We take our Ohana seriously. Now, a lot of our Ohana has been thinking about something pretty big, which is moving to Lightning. Dun, dun, dun. I should have had a lightning bolt there. Okay, next year. All right, so everybody in this room, if you're using Salesforce, you're either moving to Lightning, you've already moved, or you're definitely thinking about it, because now is time. And I know, Davina, you've moved.
Yep.
So tell everybody, how was that journey, and what do you use along the way to help you get there?
Yeah, so I mean, the first essential step of moving to Lightning is a Lightning readiness check. You have to do that. It really helped us plan and know and understand the business and what we needed to do to get to Lightning and which departments were ready to move versus which weren't quite ready yet. So it was an amazing resource for us to get us started and help us move along.
Okay, so the readiness check, you press a button, it goes through all your fields, all your custom objects, lets you know what to move, how to move it, and where to prioritize. So that's where you get started. But there are some of you who now have moved over and you're thinking, okay, now what? We all know that there's 3 releases a year, and each release has a ton of innovation for Lightning, a ton. And a lot of admins, they come to us and they say, okay, help us, give us more tools. So for anybody in the room who is looking for an incredible tool, feel free, take out your pens, write this one down. Nobody's doing it. Mental note. Take a mental note, guys. Salesforce, they did, I'm sure. Salesforce Optimizer. This is an incredibly powerful tool because what it does with a click of a button, you can instantly see what are the new features, what is recommended for me, and even better, how do you use it? This is a very powerful tool that can help every single person in this room get the most out of Lightning. So let me tell you, there's a lot of resources. Go to salesforce.com/lightning to learn more and move over today, right?
There's no reason not to move over.
Yeah, it's ready.
Ready.
So I think that you're pretty awesome, and I want to thank you So we have a little bit of a surprise for you.
This wasn't enough?
Well, you know, we like to go big, Davina.
Great.
So, do you like Star Wars?
I love Star Wars. I grew up watching Star Wars.
Good news. Tonight, you are going to be having a VIP meet and greet with the stars of Star Wars, Mark Hamill.
No way.
And Billy Lord.
Yes! That is amazing. Yes. I didn't think this day could get better.
But I don't want Davina to go alone. So let's bring some friends. So look under your seat because 5 people in this room are also going to have a VIP meet and greet with the original Luke Skywalker. Any winners? Stand up if you're a winner. Winner, winner! Yes, yes! Winners, yes, okay. All right, well, for you lucky folks tonight, congrats. And Davina, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jamie.
May success be with you. Round of applause for Davina, everybody. Yes. Okay, well, that was our first chapter. Those are always on resources available for everybody to use today. But we also have a lot of customers who come to us and they say, I have the world's #1 CRM. I want to learn how to adopt it. I want to know how to use it, and I want you to help me do it. And to help all of you learn about this today, I'd like to welcome to the stage my friend, but also our SVP of Product and Innovation on the Sales Cloud, Success Cloud, not Sales Cloud too, Mr. Tony Colon. Do you have one?
Thank you, Jamie. All right, thank you everybody here. It's amazing, this crowd goes forever. So, I am here to tell you, as you heard from Maria, as you heard from Jamie, this is really the How Keynote. But we can't call it the How Cloud, we call it the Success Cloud, but we are the How Keynote. And before I do that, I really wanna thank you, Maria, I'm Puerto Rican, and for everything you've done to really champion this effort. So, gracias. And to tell you a little bit more about what I'm going to do here, it's really around the story of Toyota. You may know Toyota as the car maker, the car manufacturer, but you may not know enough about the financial services division of Toyota. And here, we're going to tell you a little bit more about that. And in order to do that, we're going to roll a video.
When you think about the car buying experience, for some people, they've done it multiple times. For some people, it's their very first time. The expectation is the same every time. It's not like they come in saying, well, what's my automotive experience going to be like? They're going to say, what's my experience period going to be like? 4.5 million customers. There's a lot of opportunities, but there's also a lot of challenges that come with it.
In the past, systems and technology has been an inhibitor for us.
The technology in our customer service centers came from different times, was patched together to work, and every project seemed to take 2 years to deliver on.
You'd build requirements from a business perspective, hand it off to the technology people, and not see it again until you did testing.
Leveraging architects from Success Cloud, the resources from Success Cloud, has enabled our teams to create a vision in terms of where ultimately we wanted to go.
Now we know there's a path forward.
Compass has helped us to really get alignment with our executives and some of our senior leaders.
We've often used accelerators to get up to speed quickly on new technologies and how they fit into our roadmap.
The customer success team allowed us to take conversations that were happening in silos and bring them together into a singular focused group.
We do not see us as representing different companies. We focus on TFS success, our objectives, and how we can get there together.
And now we challenge what's possible. We design a future that maybe we didn't even think was available to us, and then work together as a unified team to make that happen. And that ultimately has an ROI that is measurable.
There's been lots of different results. One of our first releases consolidated 17 systems down to 4. Different tools and different applications available in one screen. It was a significant improvement.
We're a totally different culture now. We have resources that used to be traditionally business resources working on IT projects. We have IT resources working in the business to help innovation.
Products that we're coming out with are actually solving real problems, and you can see it, you can hear it, and you can feel it.
We can move faster. And when you move faster, we are able to deliver on a mission of always better service.
Our partnership with Salesforce has been absolutely instrumental in making sure that we align the best technology with our best people to ensure we create the best possible customer experience.
That is about the 501st time I've seen that video, and I still get inspired by watching it. As you saw from the video, TFS is a trailblazer, but they weren't always that successful in the beginning of trying to reduce the amount of legacy they had within their organization. They came to us with a challenge, and that challenge was reducing 17 systems and consolidating them down. And that, I remember my first car buying experience. I went to the dealership, I went with my father, I test drove a car, and I sat down, I fell in love with it, went for financing, I sat at a chair, and I waited, and I waited. I waited more. I was finally approved, and in rolls the finance manager with a big coupon book with 60 installments that I had to send in every month. That experience with Toyota Financial Service has now completely changed the car financing experience. And the way they did that is by leveraging the Salesforce Success Cloud to unlock the power of the customer success platform. So what I'm going to talk through now is a little how that journey started. And Maria spoke a bit about Compass. Compass is really the approach to sustained innovation and customer success. We leverage 3 out of the 10 characteristics of Compass, as you can see here. And I'm going to walk you through these 3 steps. The first one is really defining a decisive roadmap. We go and we do what are called news conferences. We like to start with the end in mind. It's really key for an organization to really understand what are the challenges we're going to face? What are the success factors? What are the KPIs? These are all done by going through and sitting with individuals, starting from the CEO of the organization down to the frontline manager. We work with your organization and develop what we call a value map. That value map then informs your roadmap. That roadmap helps sequence your events. It helps prioritize releases. And finally, what you really want to get out of this phase of the Compass characteristic is really driving to a foundational alignment across the organization. I've been a consultant for 15 years, and I don't know how many times I've heard the term single view of the customer. And every time I still hear it, sometimes from the same customer over and over. This is the holy grail. This is really, really, really hard. But this was the vision that Toyota Financial Services had for their customers. Getting to that single view of the customer, aligning 17 systems, this was all informed by step 1 or characteristic 1, which was defining the decisive roadmap. This is the Toyota Financial Service actual counsel in action. But they didn't stop there. They took what they did in the contact center, and now they're rolling that out to finance, to claims, and to every single business unit within the organization. One of the things we love, and one of the things I tend to preach and say very, very often, is do not expose your departments to your customers. Every website I go to, every experience I have, I tend to know exactly how their departments and their silos are structured. That is not what you want the customer experience to be. And so without further ado, I'd like to welcome the GM of Technology Delivery from TFS to help me tell this story, James Lang. James, thank you. Thank you for being a trailblazing executive.
My pleasure.
So, one of the things as we were working through this, and you guys preached the concept of Kaizen. It is so fundamental to how you do things, from the way you work to the way you deliver product. Can you tell the audience here why it's so important, why Kaizen is a big part of your business?
Yeah, so when we got started, we did not know how to approach deploying this technology. And so we had to reevaluate and reassess and make an investment in our technology competency. And so part of that is going through Kaizen, which is continuous improvement, re-looking at ourselves, and partnering with the Success Cloud team and the tools really helped us ramp up to be able to actually deploy the technology successfully. The important thing that I want to share with everybody is the greatness about us is that they could have come in and just did the work for us like any consultancy and left. But they didn't. They actually stayed. They partnered with us. They showed us how to build our team, made recommendations, advised us, and then also instructed us on how to set up our governance for the platform. And why that was important was because as we were learning, the business and IT working together was able to fail fast, fail forward, and create a continuity of delivery that we've never had before. You heard me say that projects take 2 years. We've delivered so much in that 2-year period with Salesforce that blows away anything that we've ever done before. And what we've done and achieved as a result as we've continued to evolve is we've built up a backlog of feature functionality, right? Using idea portals, additional Ignite sessions, and continue to deliver on that business value over time, with the ultimate goal being to delight our customer and ultimately make the experience for our team members in our contact centers as easy and as seamless as possible.
I love it. So Kaizen plus Ohana sounds like a movie. So we also spoke as we were working through this, just what's next for Toyota Financial Services? You look at this, you've changed the car financing experience, you've driven this, you've taken this department to department. What do you guys have next on your journey?
Yeah, so our first incursion into this was, as the video mentioned, was to really shore up our foundation, replace legacy systems that were difficult to really change over time, and we've succeeded in doing that, I'm happy to say. We've moved into a phase where we're working on exceptional business value for the various groups that we've deployed the system to. But the next two things, and this is where I'm really excited about, that we're looking at doing is, one, it's the holy grail of IT, which is we're looking at what we've built and figuring out how can we deploy those same technologies to other parts of the business. So it's that build once, use many philosophy that I'm really excited to see us do. And then secondly, as you mentioned as well, we're taking a look at business units that don't use the tool today or the platform in general, and figuring out, is there an opportunity for them to step into the platform and use its technology?
James, thank you so much for being a customer, for a Trailblazer. Thank James, everybody. Thank you. All right, so we talked a bit about Toyota Financial Services. Now, some customers here, Jamie touched on it. How do you become the next Toyota Financial Services? I'm just kidding. I was gonna say we're auctioning off the next customer keynote here, but what we really wanna do is show you the drive towards better adoption. We have 3 key components within our adoption services. The first one is a team that lives and breathes and all they do is think about is your success. I have worked for many companies and I've never seen a team like this in my entire life. This is a team that has worked on, at minimum, 1 million customer interactions. Circles of success. If you don't know what a circle of success is, you need to find out. We're gonna tell you more about them a bit later, but what I call the circles of success are a community within a community. This is where we go and we talk through best practices. We talk about adoption. We ask you, what are your challenges? How can we help you? The other and the third program, and the thing that I get most excited about are the accelerators. This has been a 2.5-year journey to create these 200 accelerators. And this would not be a keynote if we didn't have a few new product launches. 3 of those product launches are 3 brand new accelerators. The first one is the most talked about topic at Salesforce, and that's GDPR. How many of you guys are interested in GDPR? So there's a good European contingent, good. Getting started. We saw Mark launch My IoT, but the first question I get is, okay, so how do I use it? We have an accelerator that says how you get started on My IoT. And then finally, Einstein Analytics. We help you make your data smarter. What I'd like to do now is just kind of reflect on what we've covered. We've talked about Toyota Financial Services. We've talked about our adoption services. And our goal is that you leverage the Success Cloud to unlock the power of the customer success platform. And with that, I'd like to hand it back to Jamie.
Thank you, Tony. Great job. Thank you, Tony. Now let's talk about our third chapter here. Let's talk about advisory services. And this is where customers who come to us and say, I want you to go on the journey with me. And let's talk about a customer who's done just that, LVMH. LVMH is a luxury European brand. It's an incredible brand. And within that brand, there are actually 70 maisons, 70 different companies, all looking to innovate. But they're all innovating at different speeds, doing different things. But there's one thing they all have in common. They want to build a luxurious customer experience for each and every one of their customers. And these 4 brands, what we did was a pilot with them, right? Let's start and see if we could do something with Berluti and Celine, Givenchy, Lowe, great brands. I was very excited to do this section, yes. And let's see if we could help them. And they said, Salesforce, help us to put the customer at the center of our business. To do that, we looked at Compass and we thought, well, what can we do to help you? The first thing that we're gonna do is help you build a collaborative culture. The second thing we're gonna do is help connect those systems. And as Tony said, this is hard to do in some cases. And the third thing, and most important thing, let's really help to drive customer-focused innovation. So how do we do that? How do you build a collaborative culture? Well, the first thing that you have to do is build an A team. Right? So let's talk about Berluti, luxury menswear, luxury shoewear. They had a great team and they knew where they wanted to go, but they wanted to get there faster. This is where our Salesforce architects come in. What is a Salesforce architect? Well, let me tell you. These are our Salesforce geniuses. They are like the PhDs of Salesforce because they are doing implementation after implementation. They are talking to customer after customer, and they know how to get the most out of Salesforce. Another amazing thing about a Salesforce architect, they work at Salesforce. Right? They are on the cutting edge of innovation. You know, we launch a lot of stuff here. If you went to the Keynote, we do that 3 times a year. And our Salesforce architects, they're right there on the edge of the platform. We release Einstein, they've already been looking at it. They know how to use it. They've been part of the pilot. That's the power of bringing this collaborative team together. Okay, so now that we have the A team, what did we do with them? Well, look at Berluti. They're using a lot of different Salesforce products. They have this beautiful website using Commerce Cloud where you can shop for an amazing shoe, put it in your basket, then we can use Marketing Cloud to send emails and notifications. But we don't want to stop there. See, Berluti, they're also using the Service Cloud. They want to make sure that they have amazing interactions with every single customer. So they came to us and they said, how do we bring that together? Right? How is it when somebody's on our website, if they call, we want to be able to have our service agents to be able to provide service right there. And we want to do that for 4 brands, but we want to keep those 4 brands separate, right? So one person enabled on multiple companies without sharing the information. So our architects, what did they do? They helped build an architecture. Makes sense, it goes with the name. You guys got that, right? Yes. So what they did was they helped build an architecture to bring all of the products together and enable those customers and those customer service agents to see everything about the customer. And what was the result? Was an incredible experience, a console that brought everything together and changed the way that they provided customer service. Do you guys think we ended there? No, of course not. We needed to focus on customer innovation, and this is where it gets pretty exciting. Because at LVMH, at Berluti, they had tons of data. They had over 10 years worth of point of sale information. They knew every person who'd bought a shoe, they knew what they bought next, they knew where they were, they knew when they bought it. And now we have our connected systems, right? We have all of our CRM data. We know every phone call that's been made. We know every transaction that's been done. So what do you think our architects did? They built an architecture. I know what you were thinking, but they did more than that. They actually built a data strategy. They helped Berluti to bring all of that information into one place and then make it make sense. We sprinkled a little bit of Einstein on there. You guys are looking at me like, this is how Keynote, what the heck does that mean? Well, let me tell you, Einstein is AI. So what we did was bring all that data together, make it make sense, and then we looked for patterns. We applied AI, we looked for patterns, and we found common things. Maybe everybody who bought the black Alessandro shoe, 3 months later, they bought a pair of glasses. So now that we've identified those patterns, we made them make sense and put them to use. And we built out a recommendation engine. And now, if somebody goes onto the website, buys a shoe, we know we gotta send them an email 3 months later, letting them know about those glasses, right? This is real. This is how Berluti is partnering with the Success Cloud to change the way that they interact with their customers. Anybody want to guess how long it took? Don't guess, don't worry. I want to bring up two gentlemen right here who know. And I'd like to welcome to the stage Stefan Houveli, who's the CIO of LVMH, and Vincent Courreau, who is the CIO of Berluti. Yes, yes, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Hi.
So, Stefan is the CIO of LVMH, so you look over all 70 of these Maisons. Big job.
Yes.
So tell everybody, how are you helping to drive innovation and transform your business? And how are you partnering with the Success Cloud to do it?
Yeah, so first, let me thank the success team that has been working with LVMH. Thank you very much to the success team that has really been helping us along this journey.
Round of applause.
So the way we are working, you mentioned it, it's complex because we have some of our brands are B2B, some are B2C. The journey in the maturity state where they are with the customer relation is different. So what we have been doing is really working with the success team as a key partner in order to identify, we're working with Compass, we are starting rolling out Compass, in order to identify what are the priority, what is the roadmap for each of those maisons, those brands, and proposing architecture that are fitting what they are willing to achieve. In a second step, while the journey is going on, we are proposing smart accelerator. We have started even accelerator on Commerce Cloud, and we are very excited to see accelerator arriving on commerce. And along the journey, we have established a kind of path, some steps in order to measure the maturity of each brand so that they can know what comes next and what is coming along the journey.
And I like that you're using Success Cloud along different stages, right? You might need us here, you might need us here, but what's great is you have that dedicated team who kind of knows your whole journey, where you started, where you're going, and helping to bring innovation across your brands or maisons. You said it much nicer than me. But Vincent, you are the CIO of one of those maisons of Berluti. So you've been partnering with the Success Cloud and driving a ton of innovation. I'd say you're on the tip of the sphere. So how have you been partnering with the Success Cloud?
Yeah, so as Stefan mentioned, on our own, we wouldn't be able to do anything, I would say, because we're small within the big group. So with the help of LVMH, we're able to go along those great paths and set up those great architectures. So for example, we joined quite early in the process that shared service center, and it's been very successful so far. And what's great is that the architecture that has been set up is scalable. So it can accommodate new brands, we can move to new geographies, open new channels. Yep. So each brand can move one step at a time or at different pace, and we also have different systems. So thanks to the LVMH and success teams, we've been able to set up a common architecture that can accommodate all those brands.
And let me ask you, do you remember on that last project how long it took you to go from idea to implementation?
Yeah, I mean, it's very fast because at Berluti, we're also using other Salesforce solutions, and we've been accompanied by the Salesforce team for a while. So now it's a matter of weeks or months to set up those new projects.
Which I love, right? And I think it was about 3 months actually to go from idea to implementation. And that's the power of the Success Cloud, is we're building on top of the successes that we have. So I'd like to thank you both. Thanks, a round of applause.
Thank you, Jenny.
Greatly appreciate it. And I mean, it wouldn't be a keynote with a quick demo, right? And I feel like it's important for you to understand with architects, I gotta go down here. With our architects, they know what you've done, they know where you're going, and they know what innovations we have. So with Einstein, as I mentioned, we've done a lot of cool stuff. And our team, they know what's next for LVMH and for Berluti, and here it is, they've already built it. So I'm gonna show you 3 quick steps, a real demo, completely built, something that you can do. So I'm gonna need a model. Tony, it's your big modeling debut. Come on up here. Give it up for the model. Okay, so I wanna pretend that you're shopping in Berluti.
Yes.
And I am the customer service agent. And I look down and I notice, those are some fancy shoes you got there, and I'm pretty sure they're Berlutis.
Yes, they are.
So would you mind if I take a picture of your shoe?
Absolutely.
Okay, bring that up here. I'm gonna take a photo, and this is real.
How do you like the socks?
Oh my gosh, Star Wars. Tony likes Star Wars too. Okay, so now I've just taken a picture. Got distracted by the socks, but I mean, they're pretty good. I'm gonna use a photo, and you know what's happening here? With Einstein Vision, we are actually analyzing the entire portfolio, and voila, is that your shoe?
That's my shoe.
That's his shoe. That's his shoe. I didn't do anything. That's Einstein Vision. That is literally image recognition right in your CRM. Everybody think about how that can change the way you work. It's not just Berluti shoes. But remember, don't go anywhere. I'm glad you're still here.
I'm good.
Okay, remember what happened. We built a recommendation engine for them. We already looked at all their data. We built the data model. And as we just said, now we've built a solid foundation we can keep innovating on and bringing things together. So let's use the recommendation engine.
Let's do it.
In the store, we wouldn't have had that whole talk, don't worry. But what I would have said is, I've just recognized your shoe. And you know what? Let me see if there's anything else that you would like. What's happening in the background? We are going with AI, using Einstein to analyze the entire Berluti portfolio, identifying all those patterns, and voila.
I heard you use an accelerator for that.
Oh, you gotta plug the accelerator, of course. But yes, we did. And here's what's happened. We have just made a personalized recommendation based on 10+ years of buying patterns of what the next best and most common purchase thing would be for Tony. So Tony, take a look. Is there anything here that strikes your fancy?
Yep, so I live in Chicago, so I need gloves because winter is coming. And yes, that's a Game of Thrones reference.
Game of Thrones, this is amazing.
And I am relocating to San Francisco, so I need a short sleeve shirt and maybe these pants.
Please, thank you. Full outfit. Well, that's pretty exciting. What I do next is here. This is a personalized recommendation for Tony. And while now I'm gonna definitely shop him around the store, pick out those items and suggest them to him, but if Tony doesn't walk out buying a head-to-toe outfit, which I mean, I hope you do, very lucky Tony, I can type in his email, shoot this over, and when he gets back to Chicago, he'll have a personalized email waiting for him, and now we can use Marketing Cloud to continue on the journey. This is real. This is how the Success Cloud is helping Berluti to change the way they work with their customers. Thank you, everybody. And with that, I'd like to invite back to the stage Maria Martinez.
Thank you, Jamie. Great job. Great job, Jamie. And as you can see here, these are 3 very, very inspired customers that are doing some great work. And it's really what makes my job such a pleasure, that I get to listen to these stories every day. And I hope that you too are inspired and you put on your goal list to be on stage at Dreamforce next year with your own story. Yeah, who's taking that? Great, so one last introduction for today. Based on all this amazing inspiration that we're getting from our customers, we're launching Success Expeditions. And this is the offer where we will help you really apply the principles and compass and work deeply with your teams, your partners together, not only to achieve your goals, no matter if you're focused on operational excellence or if you're trying to transform your company. We will help you get there, but more important, we are going to go and help you build the capabilities that you are going to need as a company to continue to do that on an ongoing basis. So no matter where you are in your journey, We are here to help you. That is our job, to help you. The time is now. The place is here, right here in Dreamforce, where you can learn about that. I hope you visit the campground. We have hundreds of our experts all over our sessions and our booths so that you can talk to one of our people and start learning.